Can't believe they've done this. The Audi Q5 has been updated and it's looked the same and been the same for 350 years. But look, what do we think of this? This is the new one. Hope you've got an hour because it's very packed with lots of new stuff. There are two very important things that I do want to find out though. The Q5 sold 300,000 of these just in 2024. Obviously, some of those are this new shape, but it gives you an idea just how many people love this car and how popular it is. It is by far their biggest seller. Why is that a risk? Well, it's a risk because when you've got that many people loving the car, yeah, you don't want to upset them.
Q5, same size, way more tech, and about 11% more expensive. Are you prepared to pay that? Well, you can let me know after this.
We've become accustomed to the Q5 because it's been around for so long. We know where everything is, and that gives us a feeling of predictability and familiarity, and everyone likes that. No one likes change unless that change is a lot better. So what we're going to do is throw it over to you to see what you think, because if there was a manufacturer who was going to be able to take things out, change everything around that we're used to, and not cock it up, it's likely to be Audi.
That's because since 1909, Audi have been perfecting the art of taking our money and also making a product that's so damn good, we don't really mind.
Exciting new generation of engines is the big news. There's mild hybrid technology. Now, of course, don't panic. Mild hybrid technology just means better fuel economy, and in this one, a little bit of a whirring sound occasionally, like an old-fashioned turbo. It's not, I like it. You've also got a plug-in hybrid, and the best thing is that they're very easy to understand. So you've got a diesel, a petrol, both have 204 horsepower, and the plug-in hybrid has 300 horsepower and can charge in 2 hours and has 60 miles of electric-only range. That's better than this.
This is the T8.
That's embarrassing. And this is big news at the front. Not only is this smoother and look better, and look at these. These are really aggressive looking, aren't they? But you also get high beam assist as standard. You get autonomous braking front and rear. That's the don't reverse into a bin feature. Very nice to have. Adaptive cruise control. Yes, even on the cheapest one. What? It's in a, you know, I know, yeah, none of them are cheap. It's funny that about the money, isn't it though? Because somehow it's okay if an Audi is expensive. You can have an expensive Audi and it's okay. How have they achieved that then? It's a bit like no one will judge you if you've got an Audi, even if it was really expensive. It's like one of those big John Lewis fridges. You know, the double ones, they're like $5,000. Oh, you got one of those? Oh, okay, yeah.
But do you mind now because of the way things are? And so I wonder, have Audi added enough glamour, enough features, and enough ausgezeichnet stuff?
Let's do the elephant then. So it's all screens now, and look, so you've got buttons here on the left. This controls the best head-up display we have seen. If you stay, I will show you. That is mind-blowing. I'm trying to sound not like an excited teenager, but it is good. Here, I didn't think I'd like these. These are all touch-sensitive sort of controls, but actually they're really good. Then on the right, obviously, you've got your voice activation, and you can also say the hey keyword. Apple and Android, of course, and brilliant new maps, which you will see as well. And even things like the little bits of detail that you get when you change the temperature and put the fans on. Plus there's a double ambient light pack, and it isn't just ambient light, it's intelligent.
Here's a little preview. Have a look at this. I'll tell you what this does in a minute, and frankly, it is very hard to beat. It's enough digital evolution without going all Nicki Minaj. Exactly. Audi doesn't do things like that because they know we are not 12. I would like electric seats though, and keyless entry. This one doesn't have it.
Do you know what? I like the fact that you can now get a warranty from Audi for 5 years, 90,000 miles. It's £1,415. There's a number of reasons why I like that. First, it's confidence. They wouldn't make a rubbish car and then give you a warranty that cheaply. If it was rubbish, the warranty would be a lot more expensive, right? The second thing is, if you're on a PCP and you get to the end of 3 years and you've run out of money because the government has taken all of the money, then what you can do is maybe ask if you can refinance for another 2 years, because you'd have 2 years left on the warranty, right? It's 5 years. And something else, if you did refinance, you'd be refinancing about £26,000, because Audi say today this in 3 or 4 years will be worth £26,000. I'm not being totally accurate, but ballpark figures. A 3 or a 4-year-old Audi now is about 35 grand. So you're saving, what's that, 9 grand? Hey, it's good, isn't it? All because of a warranty.
So here is the new impressive Audi head-up display with directions on the right along with chosen drive modes, comfort, dynamic and efficiency. That changes to your media source when selected. On the left, number of lanes, image of your car, speed limit and traffic warnings. In radar cruise with stop and go activated in traffic, you'll see this green circle. This shows a countdown on how long the system stays active. You might have 60 seconds or more, longer than most cars that are not Tesla. On corners, the road will also bend, and indicating is shown on the little car icon. Along with a countdown to speed limit changes, move onto the motorway and it displays 3 lanes. Does your lane departure warnings and safe distance or not from other cars, which strangely all look like Audis.
Light signatures, they're worth a mention. Difficult to show you on camera, but they do front and back and they do a dance and they are very, very impressive. Here is the head of lighting. Here he is, and he's also head of wheels. Did you know that Audi are the company that make the best looking wheels? But the signature lights are very good because their ethos is lighting isn't just about lighting the way. It's about talk, communication and feeling. They're intelligent. They have a purpose. They do a light show. Does your car do a light show? Well, it's an Audi then.
The instrument cluster replicates what you see on the head-up display with the car indicating number of lanes, the information you need and the full colour design graphic of the actual signs. I mean, come on! The steering wheel is squarer than round and on the left here you can see the space for where the optional passenger screen will go. And they've drastically improved the way the navigation map appears, and that's not all they've improved, as you will soon see. Plus, this thing has matured. To me it looks way more sophisticated and kind of precise.
Driving it is pretty much the same as every other Q5 actually, so they haven't changed that. You'll be pleased to know. Everything is quite firm, very firm, and I think S-Line even more. I certainly personally wouldn't go for the massive wheels, even though they look amazing. No, that would be too bumpy for me. Everything inside is very hard still, which is an Audi trademark and why they last long. We've got an Audi in our family. It's done 70,000 miles. It only feels like we bought it yesterday. That's why they pay silly money for them at the auctions. You go to one of those car auctions and they're bidding really high. You go, how are they getting the money back on that? They do. People want them because Audis last. Okay, so this is Android based. Did you know this? That Android has 72% of the market. I had no idea. I feel rather embarrassed having an Apple phone because yeah, anyway, it's Android based. It does obviously come with Apple and Android anyway, but this is a good and new fast system. I do like this. This is what happens when you press your drive select. In comfort, you get this mountain range and the red going round, and then you press it again. Look at that green efficiency, it's very green, right? And in here you can control all your light signatures as well. This is fitted with the sound and vision pack, which gives you the very intelligent lights and the Bang & Olufsen. Now the Bang & Olufsen could do with having an equalizer. I say it in every video, sorry to bore you, but it's really important. But what I will say is this is massively improved on any other Audi system.
They also use Sonos system for other cars in the range, like this A3 for example, and it's good. Power is 201 horsepower, 7.2 0 to 60. From this Navarra Blue 2-litre TFSI Turbo Quattro all-wheel drive, and there's a V6 3-litre S Q5 with 362 horsepower. One of those for me, thank you. Towing is up to 2,400 kilograms and space is a bit less than the X3, but up to 1,473 litres.
Do you know what you feel when you've got one of these? If you feel it's grown up, you feel grown up. Feels like a grown-up's car, this. Yeah, I've got a good job with a decent maths ability. A job with maths in it. This is not a mum's car anymore. If you are a mum, you're welcome to get one, but it's not. It's not a mum's car. Pilot's car. I mentioned earlier on that there were two things that I wanted to check, and here's one of them. The first is, have Audi cut any corners? Now, it's a secret thing that they do cut corners. Not Audi, but all manufacturers are starting to make cars, and you go, hang on a minute, this doesn't feel the same as the car I had 10 years ago. And this is one way I check. And that is called studying psychoacoustic parameters, or in other words, the door shutting test, which you can do every Saturday in the Audi dealership, and they won't mind, especially when they're busy. Now, Audi have a door shutting department where all they do is focus on the frequency frequencies the door makes. For example, there's a different sound when you shut this door to the door at the back, and that's probably deliberate. Their philosophy is this: the hallmark of a good quality car door shutting sound is how deep it is. The deeper, the better quality. Very clever, that, isn't it?
At 52,260 of our great British pounds, or £558 a month, with a 10.5 grand deposit, it might only be pilots that can run to that. It makes it about 4 grand more than this Volvo, but almost the same price as the X3. Of the three, though, some might agree this could be the very best design.
The second thing I wanted to check is, can we live with a petrol? Well, this is where the mild hybrid thing comes in, because this mild hybrid engine gives you an extra 24 horsepower and lower CO2 and better acceleration, and in theory better miles to the gallon. Now I'm seeing, what am I seeing now around town? 29.2. That's not brilliant, but then I have seen it much higher. And again, one thing's worth mentioning is that this 4-cylinder 2-litre engine is the quietest 2-litre engine probably on the road. With Audis, it's as if they choreograph the engine, every piston, ultra tight tolerances. We think Audis are a bit of a fashion accessory, and they sort of kind of are, but what we forget is they're also very close to perfection underneath.